Now, my talk here starts with, like she said, the last Trivandrum Center for Performing Arts. And do we need art? Is it necessary for human life? That is a question that I've been contemplating since COVID. During COVID, we all survived 2 years without art as such affecting our life. In any way, we were at home, food, water, roti, kapda, makan was the only priority. And even kapda was not there. 2 months, 2 years we were at home. So that is where the question of art, how art is going to influence us or making our life transformative. Does art has the power to transform our life? That's a question that I've been pondering on. So I want to share that with you. So the thing is, the journey through Kerala's rich artistic tradition, that is also one of the things that I want to talk about. It's about something much deeper than just the Kerala traditional art forms. We're going to explore how these art forms help us connect with our emotions, find balance in our life, ultimately create a society that is mentally healthier, more connected. Art in all its forms, whether visual, performing or literary, has always been a powerful tool for expression. Think about it. Art allows us to express feelings and ideas that word alone often fail to capture. Even words can't just finish with all our emotion. There's much more to it. This is especially true in Kerala, where art is more than just a hobby. It's a part of our everyday life. Take Kathakali and Mohiniyattam. These classical forms aren't just about graceful movements or elaborate costumes. They're about storytelling, conveying deep emotions, preserving cultural identity of our community. When we engage with art like this, we are not just watching a performance. We are connecting more with something deeper and deeper with emotion and ourselves with the community that is around us. These arts form connect with the next person sitting with us. So it's a reminder of our shared humanity, a way to communicate beyond words. That is what art does to life. Now, art is not just a luxury. It is a necessity. Whether we are creating art or simply appreciating it, it's essential for our mental health. Art helps us to process our emotions, reduce stress and find peace. Take Theyyam. I don't know how many of you have heard of Theyyam. Theyyam is in North Malabar. Theyyam is a ritualistic traditional art form. The art forms are also categorized into traditional performing art, classical performing art, folk performing art. In Kerala it is abundant. I don't think any other state can really own it that much, what we have. So this Theyyam, traditional ritualistic performing art, it's more than a performance. It's a spiritual experience. It allows both the performer and the audience to release emotions, find closure, and connect with a higher sense of purpose. You have to go through that emotion to feel it, that evening and that night when the Kannaperuvannan takes the Theyyam costume and put it on himself and he becomes the god. And we connect and there the caste dies, their religion dies, everything, doesn't matter. The man who's standing in front of you is the god, he's the Kannaperuvannan. But, then what happens? He comes to even the higher caste people will stand before him, bowed head. That is also an art, that's an art form which takes it that level. So Kerala's art form is strongly connected with our roots, with our culture, with our emotions, with our religion, everything. So we need it more than any other state because that is the strength, I think, every Keralite has without even them knowing it. When we go to another state, when another country, deep inside, the Kerala strength is much more than anybody else because of all the cultural heritage we unknowingly, own it without even learning it. You don't need to learn Kathakali. You don't need to learn Mohiniyattam to know. That takes you and makes you who you are as a Keralite or a Malayali. In now, art and personal growth is the second one, the next one. Art also plays a huge role in our personal growth. How is that? It sparks creativity, encourages us to think differently, and helps us to see the world through new lenses. Take the intricate mural paintings in temples. Now that is, you don't need to be a Hindu or Muslim or Christian, it's not the religion. The mural paintings, you can now, there are mural painters everywhere when you go for exhibitions. Those mural paintings, they are not just beautiful to look at. For me, they are invitations to pause, reflect, and meditate. Think it in that terms. When you see it, it is not just painting, it just brings so much of emotion, but you have to give your time for it. That is where now we need art, because we want to, even I am looking at the phone with that excuse, but today's generation, from doing this exercise to take their face up and look at, take a breath, pause a bit, see the world, and the world is much more beautiful and it is healthier, mentally, physically healthy. So that is the mural paintings is an example that I want to do. I'm taking from the examples that felt in me, and I'm telling you. That is the strength and the confidence I have from. Whatever I have is from the art I went through. That tells me you're grounded, you're rooted. Nothing can take you because what you have is yours. You can go to college and study everything, but certain things that you have can really give you that rooted feeling. Now, engaging in art, whether it's learning traditional dance, Kathakali, or playing a chenda, just trying to learn it, it's deeply fulfilling. I think during COVID time, so many people have taken up different, even cake making or baking and painting and all that. And a new generation evolved, new society evolved after COVID. Everybody is economically independent, financially sound, even every individual. Why? That was more than the money. It was so fulfilling, deeply fulfilling. That is what even, baking a cake is an art. Every little thing is an art. Every little thing. Art didn't happen as art. When the beginning of the world, beginning of the human thing, we started making arrows and wheels and all that for survival. It's from all the Neanderthal and all the other, evolution. That is where the art came. The cave paintings, to share what happened just before you. That is where art started. So slowly, as society evolved, we decided to call it different names and give it a little more push names and all that. But art is something uniquely everyone is gifted. Even in this art, everyone is gifted uniquely. You need to find it. Where is that little thing? It is sometimes to enjoy art is a talent. That's a talent because art, artist and audience, that is what TCPA says. These three, without this, without artists, without art, without audience, three won't survive. We need three. And we need to nurture this. That is why art is a necessity. And one more thing which I love is art as catharsis. Catharsis in there, I'm switching to Malayalam because I love the translation. Vigara Virejanam. That is what is catharsis. It's like, that is where, when you see, when we hear a Yeshudas song written by P. Bhaskaran or Vailar, if you are, whatever emotion you are in, it can accelerate or comfort you. That is what catharsis is. It takes your emotion and it just cleanses you. So art can do that. If you are not in the mood to anything, even, then when I talk about Kathakali, that is a traditional classical art form. How will I understand? But you know all the stories that Kathakali says. It's a storytelling in a different technique. That's all. Look at it simply, without much giving it to a weightage. It's a simple art form. And Kudiyattam is another storytelling. Kathaprasangam is another storytelling. Villadichambad is another storytelling. Everything is a storytelling. A story about people around you, people before you, or people come. In today's digital world, it is future. So it's all storytelling. Similarly, as I said, Theyyam also is a profound emotional release. Now, how mentally healthy society we can create through art? When we integrate art into our daily lives, we create a society that values emotional well-being and cultural connection. So, Kudiyattam I mentioned, it is the oldest Sanskrit theatre, the Sangam era, and UNESCO recognized it as a masterpiece of intangible heritage. That is what is Kudiyattam. So look at that, we own it. It is ours. Why can't we be proud about that too? When there is a conversation, if you know all these a bit, the conversation goes into another level. So that is also one thing that we can talk about as Malayalis, as Keralites. Yeah, Kudiyattam, it's ours. We can say that. So, the society that values art, people are more likely to feel a sense of belonging and purpose. They are better equipped to handle stress, build relationships, and contribute positively to their communities. Art, then, is not just about individual growth. It is about building a healthier, more connected society. So, as we look at the future, let us recognize that art isn't just a luxury. It is a necessity for a balanced, mentally healthy life. So, thank you. Thank you very much for joining me in this journey. And I hope you leave here today inspired to explore and engage with Kerala's rich artistic traditions, recognizing the profound impact they can have on your emotional, mental well-being. Thank you.